Bless her heart, step. I have been misgendered 3 times in the past 24 hours at restaurants. Last night I was at Benihana with my girlfriend, and the server said, "What about you, sir? What would you like to eat?" My girlfriend, God bless her heart, steps in, says, "Actually, that's ma'am." And she looks at my girlfriend and didn't really understand what had happened and said, "No, I'm talking to him," pointing at me. Our jaws were on the floor, and we decided to leave because it was just a bad vibe after that. And just a few minutes ago, I was at another restaurant for lunch, and they showed me my seat and said, "Here you go, sir." And I said, "I am not a sir." And then I left because I wasn't comfortable anymore. And I went to a new restaurant and I asked, "Before I sit down, where's the bathroom, please?" And they said, "Oh, it's right this way, sir." And I just left because I wasn't comfortable anymore. If you're a server in the food industry, you don't need to use words like sir or ma'am. There are ways to be respectful without using those words. And if you get it wrong for someone like me, I will probably leave the restaurant. And it puts like a bad vibe on my day when it happens, especially when it happens 3 times in a row.
Well, sir, it happened.
I have been misgendered 3 times in the past 24 hours at restaurants.
It happened 3 times in a row because clearly you're still a man. Okay. But anyway, I want to say shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, broad lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson to the point. This place is sick, man. And you see the reason why the Lord is burning this place to the ground. You would think that what people would learn from their illicit behaviors, they would come to terms with themselves and understand that the way that they live their life is totally conducive into the Holy Scriptures. But we understand this is a wicked, defiled, and a satanic kingdom. So this is what it pushes. Okay. Now, this guy clearly is fucked up in the head because whether it's a skit or not, the fact about it is you got people that's really like this, and I'm not doubting that this guy isn't like this because I mean, who goes out their way to make a skit like this just to get clout? Because you got delusional demons out here that walk around that adopt the same ideology, and this is the shit that they was pushing the last administration. Okay, and they've been pushing this ideology since Obama's ass got in there, putting these people in power, having authority over you, over your kids, you know, cis hour, Furby hour. You know, you go in the bathroom, you got a whole grown ass man dressed up in a Ray Ray wig, like fucking RuPaul, squat next to your goddamn kid, man. And this is a whole goddamn dude. Here the dude is taking a piss, but yet he's squatting like a damn woman. And this is the reason why this place has to go, man. Okay, this dude say specifically that well, there's ways to address somebody without using the words him, she, it. What the fuck do you think you are, man? Okay, clearly you are a man. If 3 people, quote unquote, mislabeled you as a man, then clearly you still have the male anatomy, man. Because I guarantee you still have a rod between your legs, bro. And then the crazy part about it is that this nigga said he has a girlfriend. Well, clearly you still are attracted to women. So clearly, obviously, the elevator ain't going up to the 3rd floor. Because clearly you deal with women, you got a girlfriend, but you want to be addressed as a she. But you still deal with women. Meaning that you still like women. Meaning that you a man, bro. Okay? You got the motherfucking Lex Luger jawbones. Your voice is deep as hell. Your fucking voice then is deeper than mine. Voice is deep as hell. You got the male cheekbones. You sound like a male. All right, you look like a male. So it's a male. Like they say, if it quack like a duck, walk like a duck, flap like a duck, then guess what? It's a fucking duck, bruh. And then these people get you roped up because if you go and you misgenderify or whatever you want to call it, if you misread them, they get you locked up, man. You get fined for this shit. Like, you know, you go to work, they got all them damn pronouns, he, she, them, it's they, he, be, see. like I work with this young lady, you know, and you can clearly tell that she's a fucking girl, she's a woman, a young woman. But yet, on her hat, because she, you know, she identifies with these people, but on her hat, it says cat dad or like dog that says like cat dad or some shit. Like she really don't deal with men, you know, because she thinks she's a man. And that's a mental delusion. That's a demon that's on these people. And if you don't accept this, then you will be labeled a bigot. You will be labeled insensitive. Okay, people want to put your head on a platter because I was watching a video the other day, and this news reporter or somebody that was doing probably independent journalism, and they went up to Issacharite cat, and it was like, well, why do you think the fires are happening in California? He said, maybe because there's too many gay people there. And then I was like, oh my God, no, that's unacceptable. Well, look, man, it's the truth. Okay, ultimately, Yahweh Shimi Hawashai is burning this place because this place takes out the sin of Sodom. But then when people tell you niggas that shit, and all of a sudden you want to shun it. Okay, but the Most High got a funny way on how to shun you people, because all you people that's into this lifestyle, you will be burnt up, and that's a guarantee. Okay, matter of fact, let's do this. Let's get this real quick. Let's get 2 Peter. Because, you know, they say the thing, history repeats itself. And clearly you people haven't learned from the ancient world on what the Lord do to kingdoms that engage in such behavior as this. And this is why Nineveh fell among the Assyrian Empire. This is one reason why Nineveh fell, because of wickedness like this. Like the leaders and the rulers was into cross-dressing. They was into orgies and witchcraft and popping little boys. It's the same thing today. This is why when you read about in the book of Jonah, also in Tobit, and you go into Nahum, you know, going into the destruction of Nineveh, this is why the Lord ultimately brought the destruction upon that place. Okay, so this is the book of 2 Peter 2, and I'm gonna start at verses. Really, this chapter 5. Verses. Let's start at verses. The whole chapter is really good, but let's get to the point. It says, "In turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after shall live ungodly." Okay, it says, turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes. And how was it turned to ashes? Because the Lord burnt it with fire and brimstone from the heavens, man. Okay, I speculate that the Most High used the chariots, the angels, to destroy it, because remember those two angels that came to sup with Lot, came to warn him and say, well, look, you got to get up out of here because we're getting ready to destroy this city and everybody in it. So take you and your family and get stepping. And that was the result of it. Okay, so this is the book of Genesis 19, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses. Matter of fact, let's start at verses. The whole chapter is really good. But matter of fact, let's start at verses. Let's start at verses 8. 7, it says, "And I said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. But behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man." He had 2 virgin daughters that he was getting ready to give to these detestable men. Because back in the ancient world, man, hey, these men were strong. These wasn't just some light men. These men had all types of Momo demons on them to the 10th power. They, a person today, I don't even think an average mighty man today can do something with the perverts of that time, man. Okay, because that's how statute people was in the ancient world. Now people just weaker, and they got demons on them. But just imagine back then, man. You know, when the food was a lot better, when everything was more wholesome. But it says, "And I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and ye do them as in good in your eyes." Meaning he was like, look, you can do what you want to do with them. You can grape them. You can turn them upside down, even though that would have been a grievous thing for Lot to have done, to give up his daughters. But he rather them have his daughters than the angels. And that's how serious. And you can imagine the tension and the chaos that was coming about, that he was willing to give his 2 virgin daughters. You know, and you got 2 virgin daughters and you marry them off. Hey, that's some money right there. Okay. But it says, "I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do them as ye do good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof." And they said, "Stand back." And they said again, "This one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs to be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them." And they pressed so upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. So basically they tried to attack these men, which were angels. And if these men would try to deal with the angels, then just imagine what they would do today. All right. But it says here, but the men put forth their hand and pulled into the house to them to shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law, thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. All right. And that's the angels, okay, because they're getting ready to destroy it. And they said, for we would destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yahweh, and the Lord have sent us to destroy it. All right. And that's the point. So the Most High is getting ready to destroy this goddamn kingdom. And this is why California, hey, they said that outside of all of the speculation of Esau using direct energy weapons, because America is totally burning. In Texas, you got plants that's blowing up. In Virginia, they don't have any water down there in Virginia. They're not even speaking on the Flint, Michigan situation no more. Like, that water is totally through. You drink out the faucet water, your ass may turn into a fucking, hey, you drink out the faucet water in Flint, Michigan, hey, you may turn into something unnatural. Your ass may grow fucking vampire wings or some shit and start flying around. For real, man, because that's how jacked up this place is. But going back to California, hey, they said that they saw so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Heavenly Father, sifting through the fire, man. So the angels definitely had a hand in that. Whether they played on the minds of the men to use the operating weapons like the DWS, the direct energy weapons, or the angels could have manipulated the satellites in the heavens and did what they did, or the angels could have shot lasers on that place, man. Okay, we really don't know. But like when you go into this show called Invincible, and I bought this out years ago, it was a direct energy weapon that they used to destroy the what do you call them? You got Avengers with Omni-Man. Yeah, I believe, yeah, that's what it was called. Omni-Man. And basically, the satellite had 144 on it, man. If anybody ever would have saw that, that was like a little nugget that I picked up on maybe 2 years ago. The satellite had 144 on it, which was basically used to destroy the Avengers. I mean, not the Avengers. They're called the, what's the name of that fucking show, man? Invincible. I forgot the name of the little hero crew that was working alongside Invincible, which was the son of Omni-Man. But, they had that, they wanted to destroy him. If they couldn't use him, they wanted to destroy him. Really, they wanted to destroy Omni-Man because he was the ultimate threat. All right. But anyway, let's go back to the book of Isaiah 3:9. It says, the show of that countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom and hide it not. Yeah, because, it's just out in the open. And they pass laws to protect these people. So therefore, it's all this diversity shit. You may have a 10 of 10 people, and 5 of them are alphabet people, man. And you have to get along and cohabitate with these people in the workplace. But yet, you speak on these things, and all of a sudden, you the one that's labeled a bigot. But wait a minute, man. If they got rights, isn't my offense just as great as theirs? Is me being offended in them? Why doesn't that hold any weight? Because this is a wicked ass rulership, man. It's based on confusion. And Esau did that on purpose. All right, because he's the devil. But it says, the sure they countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, and they hide it not. But woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. All right. So yeah, the Lord is getting ready to really smite this fucking place, man. And Lord's will, man, he does it quick. Okay, because 2025, hey, it's the 10th day of 2025, and shit is turning up, man. Okay, so I'm going to end it giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you were edified. To the next lesson. Shalom. It's fucking madness, man.
It puts like a bad vibe on my day when it happens, especially when it happens 3 times in a row. I have been misgendered 3 times in the past 24 hours at restaurants. Last night, I was at Benihana with my girlfriend, and the server said, "What about you, sir? What would you like to eat?" My girlfriend, God bless her heart, steps in, says, "Actually, that's ma'am." And she looks at my girlfriend and didn't really understand what had happened and said, "No, I'm talking to him," pointing at me. Our jaws were on the floor, and we decided to leave because it was just a bad vibe after that. And just a few minutes ago, I was at another restaurant for lunch, and they showed me my seat and said, "Here you go, sir." And I said, "I am not a sir." And then I left because I wasn't comfortable anymore. And I went to a new restaurant, and I asked, before I sit down, where's the bathroom, please? And they said, "Oh, it's right this way, sir." and I just left because I wasn't comfortable anymore. If you're a server in the food industry, you don't need to use words like sir or ma'am. There are ways to be respectful without using those words. And if you get it wrong for someone like me, I will probably leave the restaurant. And it puts like a bad vibe on my day when it happens, especially when it happens 3 times in a row.